Hey Capricorn, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your April 2025 Tarot and Oracle forecast. We're going to be asking what's coming towards you. And we start with a prayer. So if you'd like anybody here, myself included, to pray for you, please say hi in the comments section or even leave an emoji, something that represents your energy that we can focus on. Only love and light in this space. Lifts us up, lifts you up to pray for you. All right, starting with our Mudra deck. If you've been here before, but you've never subscribed, please consider subscribing, becoming part of the family. It's a really loving group. And please hit the like button on your way in. Thank you. Those are my only requests. All right, so intuition. We start with intuition. Deep down, you just know. You don't need proof. And this is how you make this mudra. So this hand gesture represents the affirmation. You wrap one hand around the thumb and we close it in and then touch your fingers to your thumb. It's kind of a cool thing. It makes me think of a cocoon. This is the affirmation. Deep down, I know what is right and important for me. So this mudra is good for your windpipe and voice. Good time to clear it out and sing. It brings inner calm and harmony and awakens your intuitive powers. Are any of you guys hummers? Do you ever hum when you need to feel just a little comfort? That is also you getting in alignment with your voice. That's what comforts you, right? Is getting in alignment with your inner voice, that intuition. So the right hand represents a seashell and the left thumb is the pearl inside of it. This is your higher self, that part of you which knows what is right and important for you. With each exhalation, sing out a long, deep, sonorous, oh God, how do I pronounce that? I'm messing it up. Anyway, sing Om. Can't believe I'm a singer and I don't know how to pronounce that word. Sonorous? I know I'm messing it up. It's so stupid. See yourself. Somebody give me the phonetic pronunciation. See yourself. It sounds so stupid when I say it. See yourself descending deeper and deeper into your innermost recesses with every breath that you take, okay, Capricorn? That is where your higher self keeps the answers to all of your questions. You become aware of stillness and emptiness and are ready to receive the inner voice. This is the shell mudra. Looks like a shell. Looks like a cocoon. Thank God we can laugh at ourselves. I laugh at myself every day. All right, what's coming towards my Capricorn? Please make it clear. We only take the cards that fly out on their own. They have to volunteer the energy. This is a living, breathing conversation. This is going to be an extended. We're going to take a deep dive into your month of April. What does Capricorn need to know? Okay. Nice, nice, nice. It's going to be eventful if it hasn't already been. Please bear with me. I'm going to get some clarity before I start talking. Yeah. So if some of you guys have been working through something that's been difficult, trying to recover from something, either financially or even emotionally, it's looking really good. You have the Empress right here, which is abundance. In fact, it's looking so good that I don't think you actually know how big this is going to get. So whatever this, the efforts to make this recovery that is unique to you, all of you guys are going through different things. Whatever these efforts are to make this recovery are actually leading you to something much bigger, something that you don't foresee. It's a new venture. This could be you moving. This could be you taking up a new hobby or job, meeting new people. It's the Fool card. So these are two major arcana. There's only 22 in the deck. And there are these big messages that you want to prick up your ears and open your eyes to. We have the Lover's card upside down here, which means that there was something out of alignment with another individual, something maybe somebody was just one sec. I'm jumping right into the details here. Usually I give you guys a general forecast of it all. Again, major arcana with big messages. So somebody had to be very rational and it feels like there's two energies. This doesn't have to be a romantic person. This could be like a child and a parent. This could be, because we have a really young energy here, and then we have one that's quite evolved and experienced. And it's almost like the King of Swords feels like a disciplinarian with this energy. And it's like getting down to the bottom of things and probably communicating this to the Page of Pentacles. And it most likely has to do with responsibility and money. So if this was let's say if this was a love connection, this would be like, hey, listen, this isn't working unless you can do this and this and this, and you got to speed up and you got to grow up and you got to, like, whether it's like build on a skill set or do some research. It could be a conversation about like around that. And it looks like it could be in a family environment. It could be like, if it's not a lovers, it could be like literally a child and a parent. It could be, but this is like putting in some work and being patient. There's been some setbacks, patience required, but it's going towards a really good place. This is the Ten of Cups. And you can tell just by looking at that card, what does your intuition say, right? What does your intuition say about the Hanged Man here? So the Hanged Man is about getting a new perspective, and it's going to force you into that perspective, right? Like he's forced himself into a broad new perspective of the world hanging upside down from this tree. It's uncomfortable, but he knows he can go back to walking around. The blood's going to rush back out of his head and into his limbs, like I like to say. He's going to be just fine. But he'll never have that perspective taken away from him. So there's been something, there's a reason for all of this, but you couldn't get two totally opposite, more opposite energies here. So basically a responsible voice saying, whoa, pick up the pace or catch up here. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles talks about collaborations, about more than one individual working for a common goal. April, Capricorns, what's this collaboration? Again, with the Page's energy. Let's get some fresh cards out. We've used a lot of cards from that deck. This is, all these cards have been pre-shuffled with you in mind. I like to give them a shuffle between the questions, though. I think it freshens it all up. Yeah, you got the Three of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So I'm just going to dive into these meanings. Here we go. Three of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So this is definitely a collaboration. These could be co-workers, could be people you're working with, even to get help within an institution, a belief system, could even be marriage. But we have the Page of Swords, another page. So why we call this, sometimes they do represent children or young people, but it's a youthful energy because it's in the process of development. So there's more to learn here within the context of this collaboration. I want to know why the Hierophant is here, because the Hierophant talks about how one commits to groups and systems, belief systems. I feel like there's like rules being, like these are the rules of the household. These are the ways that we have to do things. We don't do that here. Like there's a sense of, there's a disciplinarian, there's kind of a disciplinarian energy to your reading here. And it has, I feel like some of you guys might be training people, showing them the ropes. Maybe some of you guys are even training somebody who's quite familiar with you, or you're kind of being taken back to a nostalgic place yourself of like, when I was that age, or when I was just beginning, when I was in that position, that vulnerable position, like of kind of learning a lot, and what is bad habits, like, you know, sometimes we can adopt some bad habits and having to unlearn those things, and trying to instill these good habits in another individual. Yeah, some of you guys are even the ones that are learning the ropes. But I feel for the majority of the Capricorns I'm talking to, you guys have actually already learned the ropes. And I feel like there's somebody you're almost having to be patient with and work with. And you put in a solid effort, but it's kind of tiring. So, but it's all about collaboration. That's coming through. What's this King of Cups here? This is another individual here. So the King of Cups, it represents an energy that is very much emotionally aware of people and knowing that like hey, the best way through is remembering that people are vulnerable and fragile, and life is some gritty business, and let's be so there's a deep understanding and a kindness that usually comes with the King of Cups. This is a good person to have around. This is a good set of characteristics to have around in the face of any kind of event that one doesn't expect. An event that maybe the family would be going through. I feel that there is an event showing up in your reading, and it has to do with a bigger picture. Could be around stability or long-term wealth, maybe retirement. Even some people could be looking at family wills, stuff like that. We've got two energies. We've got two kings here. And the King of Cups plays a significant role in this situation. Now, a Tower moment is an event that you could not have predicted, really. All you can do is react to it. But there's a really good purpose to it. Tower events kind of realign your life in a balanced and a helpful way. But sometimes it does so in a sudden way that can be jarring, or like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. So they can be opportunities, but these are the opportunities that you have to kind of like have that come to Jesus talk with yourself on, like, what can I learn from this? So we got two individuals here. There's been some conflict around this event. What is this event? Tell me more about this event, this thing. Okay, wonderful. Wow, there's our intuition. So this is where you need that intuition card. The shell mudra. Do it like when you meditate, if you don't mind me bossing you around, Capricorn. I know you understand though, because you're really good at bossing other people around. I'm just kidding. Don't be mad at me. I love you. Intuition, deep down, you just know. So this is your opportunity to really dig into your intuitive side, kind of your touchy-feely side. And it could be a lot of you Capricorns that are standing in the role of the King of Cups, holding it all together emotionally for people. And like you, this is a really strong energy that came out. Let me tell you about these cards. The Seven of Wands is standing your ground, not wavering in your belief about something. And this is like taking the higher road. Like this is answering the call. Like, okay, you guys, so this is what we're dealing with, and we're going to do this. This is the solution, or this is an opportunity, and we're in it. And we're not going backwards, and we're not looking back. Things have a tendency with the Judgment card to change after you take this opportunity, after you embrace it, and it feels that you're leading the way. I haven't gotten the Emperor card, but it does have Emperor energy all over this. I think that people are going to be looking at you for advice, something that I think Capricorns are naturally gifted at. But you're going to be doing something interesting here where your emotions and your intuition is going to be leading you more so than facts and research maybe. And there's our High Priestess there, kind of compounding the thing. So speaking of Tower cards, it shows up again, and now we're going to dive in a little bit more. Let's see if there's any more to learn about this Tower. It's really driving home this event, whatever this is. Remember that they are good. They are good for us. It just sometimes isn't fun to not know that it was coming. This Tower event, why we need this April 2025 for our Capricorns. There's some decisions to be made. Something's moving out of the picture. So this could be a person, it could be somebody at your company, if this is actually sounding like a work reading with all the Three of Pentacles here. But it's going to be like, this is a very very satisfied and very happy energy that follows. But it's like, I think that there's an undeniable truth here, and I think there's some wavering, like, oh man, what are we gonna have to do here? What are we gonna have to do here? But this Tower affects, it feels like something's definitely coming to a really quick end. But I feel that it has to, and I feel like you playing a big role in making that deciding, making the decision, because I think it's compromising people on an emotional level in the group, and it can't be denied that it's throwing everybody off. And I think that in hindsight, if this might be really uncomfortable in the moment, but in hindsight, it's going to be the right move. You know, there's that back and forth, like, you know, and I like this in this situation, Capricorn, because it means even though this comes suddenly, that there was some thought put into it. You know, there's like maybe listening to different versions of a story or considering the ramifications of this, but there's this ending specifically. But it seems that an event has happened in your midst. It's affecting others, and you are going to have to make kind of an executive. You're kind of the voice that people are listening to. Again, there's a disciplinary authority thing. We haven't got the Emperor card yet, but it does have that feeling, like I said. And this is in order to move forward. I think you're going to be making new plans in April, and if not April, then early in May. I think, flipping out, flying, we've got the Empress card. This is definitely, you're going to be very much touching down on some strong parts of your personality that they're coming into play in a unique fashion. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is generosity, support. I think that if you are in the position after this ending of making new plans, and this is like, hey, I'm gonna have to like put pen to paper and sketch this out and do some research and just really like unpack this vision first. In doing so, I think you're up against maybe some, where you're gonna need that strength is you're up against some energies around you and even from within possibly that are going to be urgent and wanting to impulsively move forward. But we have some great support here for you. Why the impulsivity? There might be somebody among you who's again with the impulse, and maybe they're trying to recover from a disappointment, and that's why they're being so impulsive. That's why it could be something in you too. We've got the Knight of Swords upside down, which is impulsive and like, how many times can I say that? And can sometimes speak out of turn or speak like intensely about something. Maybe put their foot in their mouth a little bit. And the King of Wands in reverse. So this could be somebody who's almost like grandiose with their vision, but they're out of alignment. And so there's this disappointment that it would lead you to. So basically, in a nutshell, to simplify it, avoid these energies, right? It's going to lead to disappointment. Any kind of impulsive, urgent temptation at this point is going to be lame to engage with. And you're going to need your strength for that, right? And this is like a quiet, deep within you type of strength, okay? You got this. I have no doubts. This is a time to plan, not necessarily a time for action after this ending. Or even it feels like it's all kind of mixed together. So I'm going to go on to the extended, and this is where I leave you. Thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. I hope it was helpful. And otherwise, you can follow me to the extended. It's going to be a link in the description box below. And also, you'll find my email address in case you would like a personal reading. All right, take good care. Bye-bye.